Hello and welcome to Stage 5 of the Race Day Festival event for the 2009 LMP2 cars. This is the very last stage, and we will probably see 5 races in this stage, like we often do. Yes, 1 of 5. Now, let's get going, and we'll find out if the amount of tuning I have is enough, or if I made a mistake and need more. Not a big deal if I need more, kind of a big deal if I need less, because then I'd have to undo this whole event. So we're doing the Bugatti circuit, which is kind of fun actually, in this type of a car that's got a lot of grip. That's kind of fun. Now at this point I've kind of favored the speed more, which I usually will do that in an event. Usually that works out to your benefit if you're a little more on the speed related things. My tires aren't great yet, so I'm just taking it easy. I'm doing some skidding, trying to get some more heat in those tires, because it said I can't pass a certain position until heat's at blank percentage, and I think I can't go up into 7th place until I'm at 60%, something like that. So no worries, we'll get it to 60% pretty soon here. This is the corner where you really gain. There's actually a couple, but this corner in particular, bots really do a bad job here. And then the next 2 corners after that, 3, 4 corners, most of the corners on this track, the bots don't do well at. How about I just say it that way? You'll see what I mean on another stage here. I'll be able to show you better what I mean by that. Right here, I'm just getting tangled up a lot. There we go. Get a nice push. Very nice to get that push from another bot. I love that drafting feature. And then here again, I'll gain nicely like that. This is where the bots do bad, is in corners. This is where we get our advantage. That's why it's really important to learn how to handle corners in this game, because that's where all the advantage is with the competition. I mean, in a way, racing is all about the corners. Like if we're all driving the same car, then straightaways don't really mean anything. So then it all comes down to, well, how much speed did you leave the corner with? That's how much you're going to beat the competition if all things are equal. Ooh, that was a blown corner, wasn't it? And you can see how much that hurts me. Okay, so no one around me. I'm not sure how late I can brake yet, so let's just mess with this braking point. Oh, I can push that a lot more. But still, you can see that section, that's a high-speed section. Same with this. Oops, I'm a little bit late in the brakes. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, trial and error. You got to figure out, how far do I push it? Where do I hold back? What's the boundaries? And then, there we go, get into the more important stuff here. Like that was a really easy race, but might get harder. And again, I'm not spending any gold. If you didn't see the other stages, I talked more about why I'm doing the upgrade path that I did, which is all tuning without any gold. I just don't want to spend gold, so I opted to spend more M dollars, even though I don't get as much of a benefit in the next race day event from doing that strategy, but that's what I'm doing. And if they end up doing an exclusive series or invitational series for this car, then that's not necessarily a great strategy, but they don't seem to be doing very much of that. So, we'll just see what happens, I guess. I mean, we'll just learn that way. Yeah. Nice car, so I don't mind having a higher tuning because it's a nice car. Handles nice. Interesting how we're getting quite a mix of cars. Like in this particular race, these are much older Le Mans cars. Le Mans cars? Are they prototypes? It's been so long. That's Jaguar. Yeah. Porsche 962C. Yes. And Mazda, let's see if I can get this right, 787B. I actually didn't look this up. Oh, that's not a Mazda. I want to say the Jaguar is an XJR9. Again, I didn't look that. Oh, it just ended. I didn't look it up first. Just going off memory. That's an event I'd love to see again. The Jaguar. What was it now? It was a championship series. And it had an Indy Endurance Speedway race. Oh, I'd love to see that one again. Because that car is so fast. I've actually got mine fully upgraded, and oh my goodness, it's fast. Those cars, You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe those cars were running the original Le Mans circuit where we didn't have all those chicanes to break up the speed run. You just had this massive speed run that went on for several kilometers. So when you drive those cars now at Le Mans, you're on the brakes more because that's just not how they were made. They weren't made for the modern Le Mans circuit. All right. So here, I love this mix of cars. Huge mix of different types of cars from different eras. So that's kind of fun. So I have quite a lot of drafting I have to get in yet. But again, as I've said in other stages, that really logs quickly in this game. It's not actually accurate. Was that an Aston Martin? Huh. That's interesting. Quite a mix of cars. I think that was. Sure it was. Huh. Well, isn't that fun? Only 2 more cars to pass. Porsche. Yes, Porsche. Get some drafting in. And I've got another lap after this. Or does it just end? Let's see. Gotta be careful in some of these races. I like it. I actually like it when there's multiple requirements to a race. It just makes it a little more interesting. Oops, didn't mean to tag the Ferrari. Or is that a Ford? Sometimes it's hard to tell. That's a Ford. Yeah. But they're both red, that's all I mean there. Of course, they're extremely different cars. But they're both red cars. That's pretty bad if I'm saying that. But sometimes from a distance, it's hard to tell certain cars. Oh, I'm getting sick of him. There we go. You know what? Goodbye. Goodbye to you, mister. Oh, and it ended the stage. And then I get paid for the whole race. Well, that's fun. Well, there we go. That was a great decision on my part. So much fun to pit the bot. Okay, I obviously didn't have enough tuning. Well, probably just need a couple more here. Let's get those bought. And then this stage gets a little more fun because you can't get overtaken. So that means you've got to be careful when you decide to pass someone. You've got to be sure you can finish the pass in the corner, or else if they pass you back, you fail. So, old cars in the back here, and I think they get more modern as we move up into the field. Yep, there's a Mercedes. And there was an older Porsche. I want to say it was a 935. Could be wrong. Oh, that Mercedes. Huge head of steam, and so you can get a beautiful push from that Mercedes. There's another Jag, another Mercedes. Yes, I believe so. He's got pushing power. Oops, and I got stepping out power. Better watch out. Oh wow, he really hit the brakes. Oh my goodness, I'm surprised. And I'm going to be very confident about this overtaking and shove him into the grass. That makes him hit the brakes, doesn't it? And here, I actually lost the race here. So this is actually my second attempt because I drove it in a little too deep, overtook a bot, and he overtook me again, and that was it. So I'm being a little more careful. Now watch this section here. Should get a nice run. Oh, a little bit of a tag, but not too bad. And my average speed is not where I need it to be. Come on, let's get this up there. That's better. Again, I got to be careful. Got to plan this out. Where do I want to do it? Got to be confident I can make this pass. And oh boy, come on, get up there. Okay, now I'm blocking, aggressive blocking, very aggressive blocking. And nice push. Thank you, Mr. Bot. Nicely hooked up, giving me a nice push. And then I take off into the corners. Because this LMP2 car is really nice in the corners. Indeed. That was okay. It wasn't great. And this is the final lap of this particular race. My average speed is doing better. Made some mistakes there. So this could give some people trouble, I guess, if you're not being careful. Seems pretty decent, though. You know, we don't want these to be too easy. I mean, this is fairly easy for me. And we'll blast through this nicely. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. That's the fun you can have there. nicely through this section. I actually really like the back section here of the Bugatti circuit. Didn't like it at first, but now I like it. Okay, well that's going to wrap up that race. And what do we have left here? Was that the third race or was that the fourth race? Guess we will know in a couple of seconds. And keep on going. Okay, well that was the fourth race. Last race. Oh boy, we got some powerful cars. This should be fun. Okay. Well, there we go. Last race. Then we're going to get into how much it cost me and also what I earned back. And so we'll get to the gross cost and the net cost and sort all this out. Interesting having these. I actually really like looking at the sky sometimes. Sounds bizarre, but they've done a beautiful job on the sky in this game. Look at some of that. That just looks amazing sometimes. Okay, so I gotta be careful with this guy. I want to get in front of him. I want him to push me down this section. Inside, outside, inside. Look at that. Look how fast he is. So if I can get a push from Norm, I will lose Norm at the next, not this corner, maybe this corner. Ooh, he's pushing. Norm, you're aggressive. My goodness, Norm. Calm yourself down. Okay, well, there goes Norm. Bye-bye, Norman. One more lap after this. And there he is. I was getting a little bit worried that I wasn't seeing him yet. This corner is so difficult to maximize. But then after this corner isn't as bad. I'm not doing great on it. I've taken it nicely a couple of times here. But then we get to one of my favorite sections of this circuit where you have massive gains on the bots. Just watch this corner alone, how much a person can gain. Look at that. I mean, that totally changed the race. One corner on one lap. Totally changes the race. And then we get the lap of traffic. We're a little bit careful. Not supposed to get damaged, so let's not tag these cars too much. It was an older Porsche. And just have to be careful on this next lap. And then we'll bring this home. Well, you know what we got to do, guys? We need to find time for victory donuts. That's very important. Once in a while, they have required it of us, but when they don't require it, it's my job to make it happen. So I got to find a place for this. Best place is the start-finish line, but it's a little bit dangerous because there's a lot of slow bots around. So I need to be careful when doing donuts in traffic. Usually a victory donut, you're alone. There's no one there to interfere with you. But I will not have that luxury. Okay, getting close. How much of a lead do I have? That is a pretty good stinking lead. And I should be able to increase that lead here because I take that section. Awesome. And there we go. Okay, so now I have to start paying attention to the cars because I am going to do donuts. I love donuts. Okay, now is the time for donuts. Woo! Well, thank you for slowing down, Mr. Bot. Maybe we'll change the viewpoint for a bit and do some... Oh, that was actually a little bit close. Okay, let's just go. I don't want to lose this race now that I got this far. Okay. Beautiful there. Yes, I've logged all that driver XP. Don't know that I'll ever use it, but it's mine to keep. Same with the principal XP. It's all there. I just didn't use it. So, whatever. And so here you see, this is where you would choose the car. I'm going to choose the one I was driving because I chose it on purpose. I like it. And here's where we get into the cost. So just over 2.2 million in M dollar tuning. I earned $250,000 during races, earned another $250,000 through bonus amounts, wasted a little bit. So at the end of the day, it cost me just a little over 1.7 million M dollars, and I also got 50 gold. So that's a nice bonus. It's a gold positive event, basically. And there we go. Thanks for joining me, guys. Please like, please subscribe, and see what else we can make for you. Here's a playlist link and something else for fun. Bye-bye.